Welcome to the Swim Swam podcast. I'm today's host, Coleman Hodges. Joining us today, he's an NCAA champion. He's a Canadian record holder, and now he is a double bronze medalist from the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. We are sitting down with Ilya Kharun. Ilya, how's it going, man?
It's going great, Coleman. How are you doing?
This episode of the Swim Swam podcast is sponsored by Commit Swimming, Swim Swam's exclusive team management software partner. Since 2015, Commit has been providing coaches with swimming's leading workout management software. And now, Commit has team management software too. Commit wants to help you make the switch from Team Unify to a simpler, more powerful solution. Their onboarding and customer service team will walk you through every step of the way. Check them out at commitswimming.com to book your demo today. That's COMMIT swimming.com. I'm doing well. Yeah. As I told you, I just finished up a morning workout with ASU's head coach, Herbie Behm. I'm here at the Ask a World Clinic in Orlando. But, you know, you get to interact with Herbie on a day-to-day basis. How are things at ASU this fall so far?
Pretty good. You know, they've been going right now, like pretty slowly, you know, because everyone's like still adjusting to the for now, like we just have like a schedule where it's like all boys and then all girls, like they have their different sessions. But, you know, it's going pretty like just like slowly, you know, all of us just moving in. But I think it's like this is going good, just slow, but it's good, you know.
That seems like the way you want to start a season, and especially coming off of an Olympic Games, it's nice to, I'm guessing, you know, just move through things slowly, ease back into things. I mean, a lot of the athletes I've spoken with, it feels like the Tokyo to Paris was such a shortened cycle that it's with so many competitions crammed into 3 years, right? That it's kind of nice to take a breath and take a step back. Yeah. But I'm wondering so that's how the beginning of ASU has been. How has just the last month been? Just coming off of Paris, and what was your August like?
Well, it was crazy, you know. August, let's see. Oh yeah, well, I guess August was like the end of Paris, well, because it was going by the end. But do you want me to tell you, I guess, July, all of July, I guess? Okay, yeah,
Tell me about July too.
Yeah, so I mean, my whole Paris experience was pretty great, you know. So first we had our training camp, which was in Normandy. That was really fun. It was in Caen, Normandy, and then the Canadians had like a rich history there. So like we went to like the beaches and stuff, and we saw the bunkers, and that was really cool to see. But you know, I had a lot of fun during the training camps. You know, I explored sometimes on my own. I like ate sushi and stuff, and then I actually tried the KFC there. That was really great. You know, I loved it. You know, I think there's definitely a big difference between like U.S. KFC and like Europe KFC. It's crazy. But you know, it was so great. And then like we saw a lot of like sightseeing and stuff. And then we came to the village, and that was really really cool because it was humongous. You know, the village was it was crazy. But it was like nice, you know, like people like complained about the cardboard beds and stuff, but to be honest, I was like, you know, it's whatever. Like I like, yes, like the first like night or like first 2 nights was like, yeah, like it's a bit like rough, but you know, like I got completely used to it, and just like I'm like, you know what, it's fine. Like it's great. You know, I'm here to swim. Like I don't mind like the bed being rough. You know, I still found a way to fall asleep. You know, but yeah, like the food was I agree, it was a bit like the same every day. You know, like it was good, but like it wasn't too good. I guess I don't know. It's not like it was like good enough to eat. You know. But there was like this one part. It was like the Asian part of the food court. It was like the skewers, which were so good. It was amazing. Like they were like the best. I had those like every day. But but yeah, but then it came to swimming, and the swimming was so like the pool was amazing. I loved it. I loved the pool. It was so cool to be in that big arena for my first time. It was absolutely insane. And yeah, like I just went into the meet, just found myself like deep within myself, like I can do this, and I kind of just performed, and it was just, I think the whole experience was just immaculate. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much to break down there. I'm happy to hear that. I think everyone who I've talked to has been pretty diplomatic about the village experience, or candid and said, it's like it's not great, but I also think most Olympic games, things aren't going to be perfect, right? And a lot of people keep saying the Olympics is about, high performance and not as high performance settings, or just it's not going to be perfect. So it's refreshing to hear that you're like, the food wasn't perfect, but like I did it. I slept.
Yeah,
I made it work.
exactly.
Yeah. But then yeah, in terms of your events, um, I don't. Were you on? Was the 200 fly your first event? Did you have any relay swims before that?
No, the two fly was first.
Okay, so you kind of knew that was coming down the pipeline. How did you want to prepare for that? Also knowing that you'd have a lot of stiff competition, but you would be right in the mix of things as well.
I mean, like yeah, go the first few days, because I had like a few days before
Mhm.
before the my race actually started. But it was like what I thought, like it was really like nice that like I wasn't the very first event, because I wanted to see how everyone else swam. Especially I wanted to see Leon's like 4 a.m. That was pretty cool. But yeah, like I kind of just I was in my own mindset. I knew like I did the work, and I knew what I had to do. And like I kind of just like each day that went by, I was like, all right, well, like I know what I have to do. I'm just gonna like concentrate on like each 50, each 100 that I do. I just have to like keep getting faster and faster. And like yeah, like the competition, I knew like it was gonna be a bit tight. I like there was Honda, and then of course Leon, Milak, all of them, Ponte. I thought like prelims, I was like, all right, well, like I lead. I just have to win my heat. That's
Mhm.
it. I just have to win my heat. And yeah, like that's what I did. And it was like I thought Honda was like gonna be really out there. It's pretty unfortunate. Maybe he had like something going on, but I would have really loved to race him like in semis and stuff. But like I was like, all right, like I that was the first part of the job done. Um,
Yeah.
and then there was the semis, and then I was like, all right, it's just another race. It's easy. You got this. All I have to do is try and win, or like get in that top three, and that's what I did. Because I raced Leon. Leon was a good like pacemaker there.
Mhm.
And then yeah, and then it came like the final, and that was really really fun. I was like, all right, all I have to do is just be in that top three, or like try and beat Leon or Milak. You know, of course, I didn't beat them, but it was really cool to race them, and like now I know like what I need to work on and what I need to do better in order to actually like win this time.
Obviously, as you said, you're going for a top three time. At Olympics times, I think take a back seat to placement and medals. But in that final, how did you want to go about executing that race? I mean, were you just were you thoughtless, or did you have a plan that you kind of wanted to execute, or even a time you wanted to try to hit to put yourself in that medal position?
Um, so there was no like time. Like I wasn't thinking really of a time. I was just thinking top 3. But my kind of plan was to just be up there with those guys because I knew. So my plan was to chase down Milak because Milak is always he always goes out fast all the time. Like he's really good at that. So my plan was just to stick by them, by their hip, legs, whatever, and then like try to like slowly ease my way, like or not ease, but like slowly get there, get to like try to get first. But like, but it was still like a good plan. I still tried. It's still like tried my best. But it was like I think like the outcome. I'm really happy about the outcome. Third place, I'll take it. But like it was just that was basically just my plan, just to stick by them. The entire time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and obviously it did yield a great outcome. You get the bronze medal, 152.8 Canadian record. How did you feel about that time? 152.80.
Oh, it was amazing. I finally got out of that 153 range. Thank God. I'm actually really happy about that time. 152 is like pretty crazy. I'm just really happy. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's the race itself was so like consuming in terms of, you got third, then obviously Leon ran down Christoph in in a home arena. So everyone was like just going nuts. But then you look at the times and you're like, holy crap, they went 151s. Like you went 152. Like that was such a fast race. It was very exciting to see just from a swimming perspective of this is awesome. Like the people are flying. And in terms of Leon, he's obviously your former teammate. You spent a lot of time training right beside him. Did you think he was going to do that double? Because I didn't.
To be honest, no. I was like, I thought like maybe on one of them he would have like, I don't know, maybe on one of them he might have like lost, or something. I don't know, or like not done as good. But that man's like determination is crazy. I was like, holy crap. I was like, dude, like the like I was like, all right, like 2 fly, okay, fine. And then 2 breasts, like, okay, like he was like in that top 10, like that prelims. And then semis, I was like, okay, like he's again like in the top like 5 now. I'm like, what the hell? And then finals, he wins the 2 fly, and then I'm like, okay, well, he's just gonna win the 2 breasts. Like, there's no one even
Right.
close to him. Like, dude, like that was absolutely crazy. I didn't think he was gonna be able to do that, but that was, I'm so like proud of him for that one. That was awesome. That was awesome to watch as well. It's crazy.
No kidding. I mean, I'm with you. I was like, there's no way he's going to do the double. I know like they got the schedule changed. And so it's like more feasible for him to do it, but it's like 6 200s in 36 hours or something nuts like that. Like it's not worth it. Like you just go after one or the other, but sure enough, man, pulled it off. That, yeah, very impressive. So in terms of training, before I get to the 100 fly, obviously the last few months heading into the Olympics, a lot of changes, at least at ASU. Bowman announces he's going to Texas. A few athletes go with him. You opt to stay at ASU. I'm curious what your training looked like, because obviously you were training directly under Bob, leading up to that. What that period looked like for you in terms of preparation heading into both Canadian trials as well as Olympics.
So my training, I was under Bob, but Herbie actually called me into his office after that, and he was like, because he thought I was gonna leave, he thought I was gonna go, and I was like, well, I don't really want to like leave. I have my whole like I started like a new life here,
Yeah.
friends and stuff, and I was like, you know what, like coach, like I know you're really smart, and I'm gonna trust you. So that's exactly what I did. And my training, yeah, during like trials and then up to like Olympics, it was what we worked on was mostly like pace work. It was mostly pace. It was 50s. It was like trying to hit the same number over and over again. And like that's exactly what I did basically for the entire like month and a half of just pure training. It was mostly just pace work and like of course underwaters and like just like legs and arms, like just trying to just have that power, to keep going. That's kind of what I did. And like we also like because my dive isn't too good, so we also worked on that. But it was literally only like just pace work because like Herbie knew what I had to do to in order to like to be up there with those guys. And like it was such like a fun summer, like I love the practices. They were so fun. And like there was also like we did like 200 freeze for endurance as well.
Hmm.
Um like to just have my endurance, it doesn't really like of course like it has to be fast, but like of course I wasn't going like crazy times, but like it was just to build up my endurance for the fly. But yeah, like just in summary, it was just 50s pace the entire time, most of the time.
And was majority or all of your training under Herbie then?
Yeah, it was, yeah, all under Herbie.
Awesome. I mean, it's I think from the outside, it's so easy to get lost as a fan to just assume, okay, well, if this person is a swimmer, then their motivations or their life are driven by swimming. And as you said, you came to ASU, you have this whole new beginning, you've built a life, you have your social group, you have a life outside of swimming. And so it's great to hear that you were able to follow that and not only stick with that, but have success with it as well.
Yeah, I agree. I also just wanted to point out that like I like there was when Bob left, like I didn't hate him at all. Like there was no hate, no nothing. I get why he left. It was a bit disappointing. Don't get me wrong. I was a bit sad slash mad. Of course, like who wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I never hated like I never hated the coach. Like I have respect for him. He's an amazing coach. Like I respect him a lot. But like I just wanted to just say like there was no hate. And like he did coach me. Like I accept like what he has done for me over the college season. But yeah, like it was just really unfortunate when he left. But yeah, I respect him. Like I don't there was no hate when he left.
And I appreciate you saying that. I think again, I think we all know how swim comment sections can get sometimes, and I think honestly sometimes people are just idiots.
Yeah.
But it's like the opportunity Bob had was incredible, and
Mhm.
but I also think that it came very suddenly, and athletes, coaches, those affected, like, should be able to, as you said, be angry, be sad, but have respect for it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I love that you said that. I appreciate you saying that. Hopefully, some listeners hear this and can empathize with all parties a little
Yeah.
bit
It
because
was
of
just
it.
like if anyone like thought that, I just wanted to say that.
And again, I think it's helpful. I think it's honest. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Um, Going back to your training a little bit, we're going to get to this 100 fly, but
Yeah.
again, I was just spending some time with Herbie this morning. I told him, I was like, I'm going to talk to Ilya. Is there anything, anything fun I should ask him about? And he talked about the progress you made over the course of the college season. And, he was like, the first 100 fly Ilya swam in college, he went 44.9. It was amazing, but he didn't breathe until until the second 50 of the race. And, I want to talk about this now because I think this may have carried over a little bit into your long course swimming as well. But tell me about the progress that you feel like you made this past season with ASU during the college season, just in terms of race strategy and especially breathing, or, the importance of timing of breathing and when to breathe during a race and when to breathe when not to breathe during a
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, like Yeah, like starting my season off, I was with well, of course I was with Bob and stuff, but like we did work on fly, but it was like we didn't really like work too much on breathing. Like because this was like the beginning. So like I didn't really
Yeah.
work too much on breathing. I kind of just did it on my own naturally from Sandpipers. But we mostly did like sometimes we would do like sets like maybe like 10 50. Sometimes like it would be short course, it would be like 10 50s like pace or something. I'm not, yeah, so something like that, 10 50s pace, and I would do all fly. And then I would just work on underwaters and trying to like go a certain time. That
Mhm.
was like the beginning. And then like I think like it was like mostly like that, and then there would be like hundreds like pace as well, working like on 200, working for the 200 fly short course. It was mostly like just a lot of like just like hundreds and 50s, and yeah, just like trying to work on getting that time. But uh like and like it just like progressed like slowly, like each time like the set would like get like more harder, and then I would have to still and try and hit the same pace. But breathing wise, I think that was mostly maybe towards the end. I think because I had to what we worked on was not breathing the first 25. It was like because it was for the medley relay, not
Mhm.
breathing for the first 25, and that's kind of what I worked on, so that like we have like a fast relay. And I don't know, and I kind of like, to be honest, I don't know, I'm more like comfortable not breathing than I am breathing. Like it's like a bit like it's more faster for me, like because my head down is a lot faster than when I swim
Mhm.
with my head up. So I kind of just like worked on that. So like that's why like that first dual meet that we had, I kind of just didn't breathe the first 50 at all.
Mhm.
But I realize now that I of course I have to now, but yeah, like same thing for actually one of the, it was at PAX. It was PAX. It was the 4x1 freestyle relay, and like I didn't breathe until like the end of the 75. like, and then like I was just like, and like of course like it was pretty dumb, but like to be honest, like I don't know, like it was just a lot like, I don't know, it felt a lot quicker for me. But like I am learning now how to breathe. Like where me and coach are working on breathing like quickly, so I can actually like swim fast plus breathing. But like it was just mostly like that's the whole reason why I don't really like breathe, because like it's a bit quicker. But I just, yeah, like it was mostly we mostly like trained that by the end, like the no breathing and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was mostly just the leading up to that. It was mostly like just fly training, like underwater and stuff.
Yeah. Do you have a certain breathing pattern for the 2 fly or the 100 fly, especially long course versus short course?
No, I do it like how I like to swim is by feeling, like just naturally, just by instinct. So I don't really follow a breathing pattern or anything. Just I do it as like how I try, like just how I want to do it. So and like as I see on video, it's sometimes two down, one up, or it's one down, two up. It's
Mhm.
like that most of the time.
D so transitioning to the 100 fly in Paris, uh, in terms of just heading into the race, you had won a bronze in the 200 fly. I think from the outside, you weren't a heavy favorite to medal in the 100 fly. It seemed like the 200 fly was your better event, but I'm guessing for you kind of have some good momentum heading into that 100. How are you feeling after that 200 fly?
After the 200 fly, I mean, I was very happy. I was like, oh my god, like yes, like I got a medal. Like to be honest, like on that podium, like I was like, all right, like I got this part of the job done. But I wasn't too happy, I was just like, I was like, all right, like on to the next. Because if I'm just like relaxed and like, oh, all right, well then I won't do anything in the 100 fly.
Mhm.
And so I was just like, I was like, all right, I'm happy, I got this. But I'm now concentrated on the next thing. Like when I came back to my Canada space, everyone was like, "Yay!" And then they were like, "Are you happy?" I'm like, yeah, I'm happy, but like okay, like I have to move on to the next thing. Like I'm not just gonna celebrate right now. I'll celebrate after the Olympics, you know.
Mhm.
And so yeah, so I was like happy, but not like too happy, you know. So and then now like I had a day break. So like I had a 1 day break and then it was the 100 fly. So like I that was a good day to like reset and to like just take a breather for a second and to like reset my mind. Is like, all right, 100 fly, it's a different race. I have to different tactics, everything. And like but me and Herbie like worked on 100 pace, so I knew exactly what like I needed to do, what kind of like how fast I needed to be. So it was, yeah, it was just like the 100 fly prelims, and all I wanted to do was just go like a best time, because I knew if I going a best time would be up there, you know, would be top 16.
Yeah.
And I did that, you know. I sprinted like the first 50, and of course the second, like I just sprinted both 50s, but like the first 50 was more relaxed in a sort of way. It was fast,
Mhm.
but it was more like not tense. And that was like how each 100 was, you know, like how I wanted to swim it, you know, fast but not something that will make me die out, you know. And the breathing, that's where the no breathing was the most important, because like I said, my no breath was a lot faster than breathing. So that's kind of what like I wanted to put into the race, you know. Like, and that's what, like, you know, worked out in the final.
Yeah. Tell me about the breathing in the final. What did it end up being?
Yeah, so the first 50, it was yeah, like being the underdog in that race was was so like crazy, you know. Like I was like against like Grousset and Ponti and Leando and Milak, and I was like, oh my god, like these guys are insane, like they're so fast. And I was like, you know, like I would be so happy that if I got onto the podium. Well, because like so like a little bit of backtrack. Me and Josh were roommates. We were roommates during Paris, and we like talked about it. We're like, oh my god, you know how crazy it would be if we both like medaled, because there hasn't been two Canadians on the podium like in forever, like since
Mhm.
like 1976, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
And
Wow.
it was just like, and like we were just like, yeah, like it would be awesome like if we did that. Like we were like, I was serious on it. I don't know how serious Josh was, but I was serious. I was like, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like the 100 final, like the first 50, I was breathing. I was trying to do like a little bit no breathing. I was breathing maybe 3 down, 1 up, maybe so something like
Mhm.
that. I don't know. But yeah, going into the turn, I was like breathing mostly every stroke, and then I just like hammered the underwaters, or tried to. And that second 50, I was trying to breathe very little, because I was trying to speed up. So like
Yeah.
when it came to like the final 15 meters, I just put my head down and just hammered it, because like I couldn't see anyone way back in lane, because I was in lane 7. So in lane like all those lanes, I can only see lane 6, and
Yeah.
I all I could see was their splashes, and they were ahead of me at like the like 35. No,
Mhm.
not 35. Sorry. At the 75. At the 75, like I just saw them. They were a little bit like ahead of me, and so I
Mhm.
just put my head down and just like hoped for the best, you know. And then when I saw my block, like because it lit up red, I was like, oh my god, like I did it. It was nuts. It was crazy. But yeah, like I just didn't breathe those like final 15 meters.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like that's what is trending more and more in the 100 fly. You know, we've heard about Dressel, and I mean, I think Josh does this too now, right? Like not breathing that last 25 and 100-yard butterfly. I don't know long course how that translates, but it more and more it seems to be what is working for people, and what is doing. Obviously, it worked for you as well. To give context, Niels Korstanji was in lane 6,
Oh,
who's known for going out a little fast and then not finishing the best in certain races, but obviously you were able to pass him. I think you passed a few people on that last 15 meters. So you did it. You guys went silver and bronze. Josh was silver, you were bronze. What was that feeling like, just the 10-15 minutes after realizing like you guys both medaled?
Well, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, like I saw the board and I was like, oh my god, like Josh also made it. I was like, holy crap. And so when I got out of the water, I tried to find Josh, but he was like on the other side. He was like waving to the crowd and stuff. So I already like went up to the media section and then I started talking to the guy from COC. Oh man, CBC, sorry. And then I see as I'm talking, I see Josh to my right. He's walking. He like ran up to me and like crashed my interview. He's like, "Dude, we did it! Let's go!" And I was like, "Yeah, we did it!" Like, it was just like it was such like a happy moment. Like, we were both so happy to be up there. It was just so amazing, and just I loved it. And and then back in our room, back in the village, we were like, he was like, oh my god, we did it! Like, it was sick. Like, it was so awesome. Like I loved sharing that moment with Josh. It was so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what an historic finish to get two Canadians on the podium. I mean, that was one of the highlights of the session for us. Certainly, is just be like, holy crap! Like, when is the last time this happened? And 50 some years ago. Which is very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, did you still have the medley relay after that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was that swim for you? I mean, yeah, last swim of the meet. You guys make the final. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was the final thing was the relay, and I mean, I was already pretty tired at this point. I was like, oh my god, because it was like 3 races both times. I was really tired, but I was like, all right, well, I got to do this like the final job, try to like squeeze any little bit of energy I have left, And the relay was good at prelims. It was pretty good. I went like 58.4 or something like that. It was pretty good. Just got our team into the final. That was really good. All of us were pretty confident, but we weren't like. No, I think we were all like really really confident. But that top 3, that would have been really really hard to get into. To be honest, like we're not there yet, like unfortunately, but it was really cool to like it would have been amazing if I did like, oh my god, if we got like bronze or something. But I knew it was going to be really tough. Those 3 teams are really strong, really fast, and all 3 like each category. And but we all tried our best, and I'm really happy about that. We had great legs. Each time was pretty good. Mine, I went out way too quickly. Like I was out like with like almost like no, Dressel was out like the quickest, but like I was out almost with them. I was out like 22. I think I was out either 22.9 or like 23 like 1. I don't know, so something like that. I was out really quick, and then I could not carry that speed back. Unfortunately, I came back like 27, like 1 or 2, and then that wasn't too good. But I yeah, like I was just I was really exhausted. I really like did put myself for the team there though, like everyone did, and it was just like a great moment to like represent Canada like as a whole, like relay. That was the first time I've ever been on a relay, so like in the Olympics. So that was awesome. It was great to represent Canada and stuff. I think it was just like a great moment to be in. It was just I really liked it. 5th place, isn't even bad. So like I'll take it.
I think I really enjoy the narrative around finishing not first. I think a lot of people are starting to embrace that more, especially with the emphasis on mental health and mental health with athletes and in athletics. It's like 5th place, like that's pretty good. 5th place in the world, you know? So again, I love hearing people say that, people celebrating their accomplishments because you put all this work into it, right? It's like
Yeah.
you've trained your whole life for this, and it's not bad. It's not a bad thing to be 5th in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So then you get to your, Olympics is over. How do you spend the rest of your August? I'm guessing it was pretty busy.
So yeah, we had a great time that because we finished the relay, and that night I kind of just we just went out, like had a great time in enjoying Paris. We saw the Eiffel Tower all lit up, and that was awesome. We just like walked around Paris, not too long though, because like in some parts it's pretty dangerous, but but like it was pretty cool. Like we just it was like just really really fun time. I saw all of Paris. I actually met up with like my mom and my brother because they were there cheering for me, so it was like really fun. I talked to them a little bit before I had to leave, but I showed them my medals and they were like really really happy. But yeah, and then the next day I actually went to Hungary for 10 days.
Okay.
And because my girlfriend lives there, and so I wanted to see Hungary and to check it out and see how it is, how it is there, how the culture and everything. And it was so cool because I've never ridden a tram or train before underground, and that's
Ooh.
how we mostly always got into the city, and that was so cool to like it was so cool and like just amazing to see like a different how people live life,
Yeah.
and yeah, like we explored all of Budapest because I'm gonna be there in December. So I mean, it was cool to sightsee before I actually like go there to compete. But yeah, it was amazing. The city center was crazy. I loved it. And yeah, we met up with some of the Hungarians, like Zalan. Zalan
Mm.
Serkan. Yeah, we met up with him because he came back, and then and then like some others like Mina, right, from USC. She's a Hungarian girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we met up with her as well, just to hang out. But it was, I really loved the culture. It was it was really amazing, and I saw like we went to like a famous lake called like Lake Balaton, so that was really cool. But yeah, the whole like countryside, it was just amazing. I really loved Hungary. It was really cool. And then um I went to like the restaurants there were really cool, but I
Mm.
I mostly just went back to what I usually ate. Like I had like sushi and stuff. The sushi there was actually really good.
Ooh.
And there's also like this cool pho place. Their pho there
Mm.
is a bit different, but it was actually really really good. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it was really amazing. And then yeah, like I didn't really get to come back home to Vegas because I
Mm.
was just in Europe. I just wanted to check out Europe. But I'm actually gonna go home next week just for like 2 days just to see everyone. But yeah, like it was just like I think this whole summer was just like amazing. It was I couldn't ask for more, but it was just so amazing, and I'm gonna keep working again for, well, right now like not yet, but like I will slowly start progressing up to 28, and that'll be, we're gonna be in the US, so that'll be awesome. But yeah, like I'm just gonna work again for 28, but right now, yeah, just we're just slowly like easing into things. But like summarizing, my whole summer was really good. I just spent it in Europe, exploring different cultures. Actually, the funny thing is because I wanted to swim like a little bit, like a 1K, 2K, and there was like a Hungarian couple that actually recognized me at the pool, and that was so cool. That was the first time after the Olympics that I got recognized, and that was so like cool to like see because like there was the picture with me and Milak,
Mhm.
and it was just like it was just cool to get recognized. But yeah, that was pretty much my summer.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, getting recognized like that, especially, because you shared a podium with one of Hungary's biggest stars.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like a great summer, especially yeah, like you said, getting to explore Europe, see different cultures. Budapest sounds like it was great.
Mhm.
I love getting to eat new food too. I mean,
Mhm.
that's always
Yeah,
just the best.
yeah.
So, just like you said, you've eased into this college season with ASU. Um, what, how are you feeling moving forward into this season? You're the defending NCAA champion in the two fly. You
Mhm.
guys are the defending NCAA champions on the men's side. But you're coming off two bronze medals. An overall very successful summer for you. How are you feeling? And it's your sophomore season. You've got a year of experience under your belt. What a college season looks like, and I'm guessing how to navigate it a little more. How are you feeling about this 2024-25 season with the Sun Devils?
Um, I feel pretty great. I'm really excited to show what I can do more into the short course season. Like I want to drop some more time, of course, and get some points for our team. I'm really, really, really excited uh, to race with the new freshmen. I'm really excited. We have this great breaststroker. He's like a miniature version of Leon. His name's Lucian, and
Okay.
um, he's. I'm really excited to be on a like medley relay, see what he can do. But yeah, like these new freshmen, like some of them like they're still learning, but like some of them like just sprint like the wrong things or like just doing it wrong. I'm like, oh my god, like but I'm really excited for this new season to see what we can do as a team, and hopefully like run it back and like get another NCAA win. That would be amazing. But of course there are competitors like Texas has some great recruits, and but and as well as like Florida, NC State. But we are still we we want to win. We want to win. We want to try and win again. But yeah, I'm like a very very like excited. Right now I'm a bit like um, I wouldn't want to say tired, but like I'm a bit like coming down, dopamine like going down a little bit. So
Absolutely.
but that's why I'm like I'm easing into it because I'm
Yeah.
trying to like try and get the hype back up because our first dual meet is in October.
Mhm.
But yeah, but overall, I'm pretty excited for the new season. I'm excited to see what we can all do, and I'm excited to see of course, what I can do as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna I want to defend my title, but hopefully win the 100 fly title as well.
I mean, yeah, so sounds like a plan to me. I, I'll be excited to see how your season and how ASU's season goes moving forward. Um, any news for you on the NIL front? I mean, I know that is taking form in a lot of different ways with a lot of athletes and swimmers, and it's very cool to see some money trickle into our sport.
Mhm.
But has that had any impact in your student athlete experience so far?
I'm still because I'm still new to all of it, but I am trying to work on some things. It's pretty difficult. I don't understand it to a full extent, but I am trying to figure out some deals. I'm trying to and my parents and my sister and stuff, like we're all like trying to see what I can do, maybe get like certain deals, some get some going.
Mhm.
But yeah, of course I am talking to Tier. Like I really want to work with them, but you know Yeah, it's just like I'm just like working on it because I am still brand new to this, so like I'm not quite sure, but yeah, like we're just working on, but nothing yet, but just like we're just working on it, you know.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Well, it's good to hear. I think it's great to be well rounded and put yourself out there, get some experience in the on the business side of the sport as well.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but Ilya, I always appreciate getting to chat with you. Thanks for taking the time, and yeah, good luck moving forward with the rest of your season.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the Swim Swam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take Swim Swam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.